Hello, pandas! It's Thub!
And Wub.
And we just got back from a little bit of a treasure hunt. The plan was to bring you with, but, well, who has a scrap truck and forgot his SD card in the computer when he left? So instead, figure we start this one off a little differently. This is going to be a haul video. Not all of it, we're just going to start this way. Wub.
Yeah?
Well, we spent roughly 50 bucks. 50 bucks-ish in the range. I forgot.
60, I think.
It was probably 60. And we got a bunch of stuff, and I think you might be interested in some of it. So let's start us off. What's your favorite thing?
First of all, they're paddle boards. You know, what they look like. But, more than meets the eye. They're water guns, too.
Yeah, not bad. Those were $5.
And we got 2 of them.
Yeah, I would have liked to spend less than $5, but you know what? Just paid the kid, and it seems like we'll probably get $5 of value out of them. There was this. He's been trying to talk me into finding one of these. We missed out on one in the trash. It was 50 cents. Another item that I'm pretty pleased with is this little stack right here. It is a bunch of thread for the sewing machine. I've been running out, and all I have is, you know, those tiny little like dollar store like, you know, emergency packs, those tiny bits of thread, and they always break. They're terrible. So this person clearly had quite a collection. So I selected a couple, which I think are good, strong thread, and also this this frame, this mirror in a frame, which I'm pretty sure is solid brass.
Was it a trap?
It was a trap.
You fell directly into my trap card.
All right, that one's not actually brass, but you know what? It's not a big deal because I didn't buy it to scrap it. I bought it to put on the wall.
Sourdough. And a $2 cupcake, but it doesn't look like $2. Looks like a $5 cupcake.
Somebody's doing home baked goods, and this stuff looks pretty fantastic. I'm really looking forward to eating this sourdough, which is why we're in a rush, because I want to put it in my mouth. And they also threw in this. We like Splatoon, and you know, this one, she's got a bit of a dirty face, and
and a crack.
There's no crack. She's just, you know, peeling away. We can set that back down.
Yeah. Hot glue.
Got a bit of damage, got a little dirt. Not a big deal. Clean that up real fast. So that was $10 for the baked goods plus the amiibo. Order and pestle, $2.
Pretty good. Basil and 2 kinds of mint. We got mint and apple mint. Oh, and this is holy basil, not just basil.
Those came with a dish, which I'm pretty excited about. This one, which I could be wrong, but I think this is pewter. I didn't want to scrape the heck out of this while we were sitting there, but we'll see. Scratches like pewter. I'm pretty sure this is a decent heavy slab of pewter. So that one was a win. This one checks out for me. We paid $5 for the 2 plants and that thing. I'm considering it $5 for the plants, and the dish was free. So that one's a win. What else? Got a Brita jug for $1, and it actually came with a brand new filter in there, so that's a pretty good deal. Clean it up, it'll be fine. And then, oh yeah, and then these 2 CDs. I got Basement Jacks and Chemical Brothers. There's $2 for both of those. Oh, and I paid $2 for these 2 trim tools. They're just super useful, and I'm always losing mine. So now I can have one in 2 locations, and I can lose twice as many. This thing. We got the bench grinder. This is actually what I went hunting for, and this was the deal of the day. I paid $20 for this. It's basically new in box. I don't think it's ever been used. Seems like it's been taken out but never used. So I will adapt that to my purposes, because I don't actually want a bench grinder. I want a buffer. And I know a buffer is intended to have more horsepower and have a longer rod, but I'm pretty sure I can take the outer thing out. This will work for me. And got this thing. So this is going to go under my chair because I moved from a carpeted room to a non-carpeted room, and so the one I have with the little fingers isn't going to work, but this one is nice and flat. It'll work great. And finally, you know how we do things. While we were out and about, we're always keeping an eye out, and we managed to find some decent scrap.
That thing.
This thing and this thing, both quite dense, pieces of cast iron. So I don't know if they'll give me cast for that or that. I might just end up throwing them in the prep pile, but yeah, great start. Now we are dying to try out those snacks that we picked up, so I'm gonna take care of that. I apologize for not bringing you guys with, but I think this is a decent little, you know, just
Thing.
streamline it right to the good parts.
Thing. Just.
Yeah, good thing. I had footage. Okay, I had the camera, I was recording. I don't know what happened. It just decided that those clips, of all of the clips, they weren't gonna work. My Sony camera never did this to me. Thanks, GoPro. No, so this beast of an air conditioner, compressor, chiller, whatever, it was so good. It was the best clip of the day. It was like 30 degrees. I was pouring sweat. This thing's heavy as heck. I needed to create some makeshift ramps because I had to get it up here all by myself. So I made some ramps and I just like rolled it, slamming one side down at a time until it got all the way up there. And it was hilarious. I was really looking forward to putting it together and showing you guys. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to take my word for it. And it came from a friend of the channel, and I really wanted him to see. I'll just cut to the clip that I do have. Wha-bam! I am pretty excited to have this. And you know what? I'm really excited to share these wins with you guys because I think you get as stoked as I do whenever something like this turns out. Now, the only reason we got this was because of the kindness of a friend of the channel. Yes, I'm not sure if he wants to be named or if he wants the shop to be named, but this is what he does for work. Installs, replacement, whatever. He said he had one, leave it where I could find it, and now it's ours. So huge thank you to you, sir. That was incredibly kind, and it makes this week fantastic. We are gonna have to dick around and pick it apart, but it's really not gonna take that long. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna dump it, and I'll spend the time to do it. Okay, I think I can milk it for another video, so I'm gonna do that. But we're not done yet. No, and that bike, I'll show you once I pull it out. It is in rough shape, and it was just given to me for scrap steel. But I really like it, so I think I'm gonna try bring it back to life. Not that it's worth it. Like, it's not a valuable bike, but they don't make those anymore, and I think it's cool. Not valuable cool, but I think it's neat. So I would like to see it restored to its former glory. We're not done yet, though. What else are we gonna do? Also, this happened. So I kind of have some work cut out for me right here, and I need to deal with this before I go out there and collect more. Otherwise it spills over. And this, I'm hoping, like, I'm a couple pieces short, but it's almost a shelf. So we'll see if I can find the other pieces, and then that would be great. I could also use some of the stock out of here for for a different project, which I would love to share with you guys. And then what happened? Well, I feel like this is the theme of this episode. I wish I could have shared this with you guys. I wish I could have recorded and showed you. But it was at a spot that didn't want me recording on the property. Regardless, this is one of those glass racks, you know, like a glass store would hold their pieces of glass on. Yeah, it's very heavy and it's all prepared steel. And also this piece of 1-inch rebar took me like an hour to chop through it, a little bit more, and 5 cutting discs, but I got there. It was quite a few cuts, to be honest, but not as many as I was worried it was going to be. Cool 50 and 40 cents for a grand total of like 2 hours work. That's pretty good. Sure, yeah, let me see. If anybody in Calgary is looking for a 56 or a 57 Chevy rear end, I got a friend here who has a couple. Let me know. But I didn't scrap the rebar because I've got a buddy who needs that for a project. I also held on to these because, hey, they're a 1/4 inch, like 2-inch straps. I figured they were good stock, even if I don't have a project for it right now. You know, maybe I'll use it, maybe I'll sell it. I don't even own a welder, but I can borrow one. And 2 pieces of 1/8 inch angle iron for a project that I'll be happy to share with you. Oh yeah, found these. I found these in a dumpster on the way home. I thought maybe they were guardrails or something, but no, they're window security bars, and they're actually really nice, and they're really thick. 25 pounds each, so I'd get less than $10 for these if I brought them in as prepared steel, which they are. But I could probably sell them for maybe $50 a piece. So I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, but no, these are actually a pretty good find. That's pretty cool. Now, the project to which I alluded starts with this clutch. Some giant, valuable clutch from a diesel engine. Still very heavy. There we go. Much better. Prepared steel bucket. Let's see if brake cleaner works on this. See, that worked pretty good. Give this terrifying combination a go. Seriously, I hate using that thing without the guard. The cutoff wheel, not such a big deal, but that thing, holy cow. Not getting any adhesion. This is going to take a little practice. Well, those aren't beautiful welds, but they're two very different types of steel, I think. Seems alright. Now, for anybody who hasn't guessed what this is all about yet. My bench grinder. So the angle iron. So the angle iron was the plan, but this bench grinder has mount points in the center and not for. I'm just going to cut a plate for it instead. I should have switched to the apron before I regretted the damage I did to this top, but you live, you learn. We all make bad choices. I'm going to use the bolts from the wire stripper install kit, actually. Well, hopefully. Looks pretty good to me. I don't think it says horsepower anywhere. Yeah, that's terrifying. There's a lot of power. Ooh. Not bad. Yeah, so that's the studio. Don't even worry about it. Now, the rest of this stuff, as you can see, I'm just going to have to store that till I find 2 more of those things, because I'm missing 2 pieces. Sad, sad. As you can see, this is going to take a bit of me time. And that's not really, I don't see any reason to share that. But I do need to clear it out before we go out on some treasure hunting adventures. It's just the way it is. I can't conscientiously go out and find more junk while I have all of my space filled with junk. It's a bit of a theme. Just in case you're curious. No. There. This is what we get to deal with in here. It's probably aluminum, graduated cylinder, something for that. Not totally hardness buffer. Phenolphthalein, more phenolphthalein, little, this thing, oh, neat. Hadn't really seen what that was for. What's that then? Regular grade, never sees. Copper formula protects parts against extreme heat, corrosion, seizure. Makes sense. There's another one. Probably this one. Haha. Neat. Very similar. I don't know what this is. A VG meter. pH strips. It's a nitrous. Whatever the heck that is. What are those? Big arse O-ring and a bunch of little ones. Syringe, sulfuric acid, silver nitrate. Another little scraper. Ooh, this one's a nice new one. Yeah, I might not throw that out. That one's got a neat little, not filter, what do you call it? Sieve? Whatever. Well, that's gonna take some time, so I'm gonna do that. We've been through those together before, so I'm not too worried about sharing those. I think you've seen all there is to see, essentially, inside those. And not to mention plenty of other stuff. So we're gonna have a pretty decent haul of scrap metal just to start the week off with. Although when exactly that will be shared, I'm not sure, because there are a few different projects here. We got these to go through, and then we got some other stuff dealing with copper, because holy cow, copper has been pretty fun to watch and pretty fun to hang on to a bit. So if you like copper, look forward to that. But if you like trash, then click the like button on this video to prove it, because yeah, we like trash around here. It pays the bills. I appreciate you spending this time with me. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for leaving it better than you found it. Keep doing the thing.